Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's video. This is Teacher Alanis, and tonight I'm going to talk with you guys about the greatest British scientists. During the whole history of England and the British Islands, we had a lot of great scientists who helped discover amazing things that really helped humankind with different sciences and fields of knowledge. So tonight I'm going to be talking about these sciences and how they contributed to society. All right. So first of all, we have the big physicist Isaac Newton. Newton lived in the 17th century, and he was a great physicist. He was the first guy who discovered gravity. We everybody knows about that story about the apple falling, and then he asking like, what is causing the apple to fall? And then he found out about gravity after writing some theories about it. He also has a lot of theories about the force and how it applies. We have the laws of Newton, right, that are related to force, to movement. So it's really good that we have these great scientists who helped a lot of people with his discoveries. Another big, big scientist is Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was a great biologist who lived in the 19th century. He was really controversial during that time because he published the book The Origin of the Species, which was a book that created the idea of evolutionism, right, in the evolution of the species. This was a big discovery, but it was also really polemical because of the relation that Charles Darwin made with humans and with animals at the same time. So it caused a lot of controversy, especially because of Victorian era, and they were really conservative and religious. So it was really a controversy. But his theory survived, and he's still here and with us in his theories. And his theory is fantastic. It talks a lot about the origin of life too. So it's a great contribution. All right, the other one that we can mention is Ada Lovelace. Ada Lovelace must not, probably is not so well known by you guys, but Ada Lovelace was really important. She was the daughter of the poem writer Lord Byron, and she was a countess, actually. She was also the first programmer of history. She lived in the 19th century, and she used a really uh, a really kind of simple machine. Simple, I mean, in the sense that of computers we have today, but it was a machine that was years ahead of its time. And then she created the algorithms for this machine. So she kind of created the programming, right? So she's considered the first programmer in history. So her discoveries were really important because we could understand algorithms after the theory she made. After that, we have Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday is really important because he discovered the relation between electricity and magnetism. This helped us to understand better conduction, and also this relation helped us to discover the electricity for light and for not to need to use batteries. His discoveries were really fantastic. You guys probably know also the Faraday cage, which is a device that is related to electricity and magnetism too. So it's really awesome. Um, doo-doo-doo-doo. Another one that is really important is Francis Crick. Francis Crick is important because he was the one who discovered the DNA structure, the molecule structure. So this was a big discovery that helped a lot with the researches that we have today. and that talk about a lot of things that are related to the structure of DNA, such as diseases, genetic diseases, and all kinds of genetic researches. They just they were just possible because of his discoveries. So Francis Crick is fantastic. Another big and important figure is Alexander Fleming. Fleming is known because of his discoveries of penicillin. He was doing some experiments, conducting some experiments, and then he found out the penicillin, and this was really good because this helped us to create the antibiotics, which are uh, the greatest thing we could have invented because this could prevent a lot of diseases that came from bacteria, prevent a lot of deaths, and this is really good. Another guy here that we need to mention is Alan Turing. Alan Turing was a big scientist. He is known for being the father of all computer science, right? So he was the one who thought about algorithms and who created a machine that could understand these algorithms. So his theories are really well known because of his discoveries through this field of computer science, and it's really a big figure in British history and also in Western history. And last but not least, we have Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking probably is the one you guys know best because he passed away really recently, right? He was a great scientist whose specialty was cosmology. So his researches were based on cosmology. He was also the professor of in the University of Cambridge, in a position that was also the position of Isaac Newton. So this was really important. And Stephen Hawking created some big theories, especially about quantum mechanics and about black holes. So his theories about black holes were really important to the discovery of some theoretical concepts in physics. And that's why he is really well known by everybody uh, because of his brilliancy and his intelligence and his discoveries. All right, guys. So that's it for today. I hope you liked it. And you can leave in the commentaries which scientist is your favorite and why. Do you have any other scientists that you would like to mention? That's it. See you next video.